Your next comedian is an alum of this fine university and this club. He moved to Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania.
And he looks like a dad. Give it up for Kevin Ruth.
Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's a joke. Yeah, I know, I look like a dad, that's true. I'm only 23 though, which, you know, in the long run, not that old. But I did have a midlife crisis at 12, so the math is not on my side. I majored in math. I live in West Philly now, not just Pennsylvania. And I gotta say, I'm really glad Will Smith beat me to the Fresh Prince theme song. Because if I had made it, it would have been way lamer. It would have been West Philadelphia, not born or raised. Watching Netflix is how I spend most of my days. Sitting on the couch, relaxing all cool, passing out before midnight, waking up covered in drool. Oh, and you know, the best part about my version of the Fresh Prince theme song is that my mom wouldn't send me away. That's a very safe environment. Very safe, you know, no need to be shipped off across the country to a rich relative. Also no rich relatives. I love living in a city because public transportation, it's great. You know, it's a cheap way to get around. It's also the scariest thing in the world because you see some freaky people on public transportation. The other day I had what I'm gonna call a Willy Wonka experience. The original, not Charlie Chocolate. And not like there were kids being abducted at a regular pace and no one was worried about it. That's too real for the stage. No, it was very, very close to the river ride, if you guys remember that. If you don't remember, you suppressed it, because it's the most terrifying part of the movie. In West Philly, we have trolleys, which are great. They're on tracks, very predictable. Except when you have a psychopath driving the trolley. There's a part where you go underground to go under the city. Makes a lot of sense. This is when my trolley driver decides he's going to narrate our trip between stops in like a 1950s horror villain voice. So we go underground, and I wrote it down just because I'm like, this is fucking gold. And I'm quoting, there's quote marks here. We go underground, and he says, we zip line into the dark, steely forest. And I'm like, whoa, like scary, yes, but like accurate, like a nice poetic metaphor. It's steely, it's dark, there's no sun. Okay, very nice. Maybe he's a poet, and this is his day job. You gotta have a day job. Next stop, like a polar bear in the summer, we turn north. You know, I don't watch the Discovery Channel, so I'm gonna give it to him. And this guy must read National Geographic or something. He knows what polar bears do. I don't. Sure, you can have it. Next stop. On the left, like a bird, 10 trolley tracks take us to our next stop. All right, we're in Crazy Town. Okay. All right, we're Crazy Town, where 10 trolley tracks, 10 trolley, not 11, are like a bird. They're like a bird, and they take you to your next stop. Also, the birds are big enough to take you to stops in Crazy Town. But you know what? I have one more stop, and I'm at my destination. I'm in. This couldn't get weirder, right? Couldn't get weirder than birds. How could it get weirder? All right, here we go. Then we go down and around, and now we are on the other side of the Schuylkill River. Okay, all right. I should explain. We went straight, not down. We didn't go around. We did go under the Schuylkill River, a very nice river that you have to go underneath, but not the Schuylkill. But I get off. I have a great story to tell all my friends, and I'm, you know, of course, I have a notebook, and I'm just like jotting down furiously what he wrote or what he said. And then I realized. No one on the trolley was scared. No one was like, whoa, this is unsettling. Everyone was like, oh, just another West Philly day. Speaking of transportation in Philly, a thing you guys can all relate to. There's this one cab service with the big phone number on the side, 215, the Philly area code, 666-666. Guess what this cab service is called? Philadelphia cab service. Like, it should be called Satan Cab Service. Oh my God, 66. I said 6 like 7 times, guys. That's the number of several beasts. Like, how many chances do you get to hail Satan? You get to hail Satan! The marketing pitch is off! Oh, so good. When you leave, you get to pay a Lucy fare. Come on! No one's excited. If you're being driven somewhere, the taxi driver wouldn't just say, "Hey, bub, where you going?" You can say, "Hey, Beelzebub, where you going?" That was a stretch. But I needed three. It's a law of comedy. You guys want some financial advice?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you no matter what you said. Find out when I have my annual dentist appointment and buy floss stock the week before, and the week after, sell. Because the week before, I kind of think like maybe they do like a room raiders thing where they're like, this guy owns a lot of floss. He obviously flosses all the time. I don't have to badger him and ask him if he flosses. And then afterwards, I realized, oh man, they still asked me. I'm gonna get rid of this. And it's kind of, when I floss, it's very similar to like how medieval doctors kind of did their science. It's like, oh, blood, yeah, good. The more you bleed, the better it is. Yeah. And it makes me think, did medieval doctors, like, and patients kind of have the same interactions I had with my dentist? Like, oh yeah, you've been leeching every day, right? yeah, no, I leech every day. I leech, every time I have a meal, I leech. Think about food, I leech, yeah. Well, you're bleeding a lot. You sure you're leeching? Oh, man, I just got tender skin. I'm leeching so much. I'm gonna leave you with this. These are questions I have asked myself, and you don't have to answer them. These are just things I ask myself. Is IKEA just Swedish Epcot? I don't know. I just ask myself. Are Hawaiians really good at playing The Floor is Lava? I would say so. But again, it's where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And have we checked San Diego? Thanks guys, that's my time.